I tend to not look at the call list and who's on the board, and this person's been holding about 10 minutes, so I apologize for that. But I thought I'd bring them up real quick because we always welcome station managers on the show. Matt's calling from Illinois, one of our latest, newest affiliates, general manager of WCKG 1530 AM. And he joins us from Chicago. Matt, good to have you calling in. In fact, I'd love to have you on as a guest sometime if you'd have gone through the network. But thank you for calling into the show, sir. Glad you got in.
Hey, Alex, welcome to Chicago. If I cut out, I'm on my Obama phone, so you may lose the signal. I wanted to welcome you because, and I love that you're talking about the TSA, among other things. You've got O'Hare International Airport surrounded right now. So, we're glad to have you on. This is a show that is, as you know, like no other. Up until last week, we had Michael Savage on also, and I thought that you all would complement each other well with Man-Cow, and we had a really nice lineup. It's a weird time for radio, and if there's other managers and radio folks out there listening, I think there's a really great solution in your vacancy for Savage with the Alex Jones Show. So that's what we're doing with it, and we're excited as all heck about it, and welcome to the Windy City, man.
Well, thank you, sir, and hopefully I'll get up to Chicago sometime. I was up there in 2006 for a giant conference with thousands of people, so hopefully I can get up there in the near future, and I'm excited to be on your fine station, sir.
Well, it's really great to have something that's completely unique, and we're really excited about it. And, I know your listeners know this because they support you, but what's really important is that we get all of the info warriors out there in the Midwest surrounding the airport, surrounding Chicagoland to get behind this show. And there's been a couple of key sponsors that have helped. And you know how it goes. When you have sponsors and listeners supporting this, that's how you can get good information out there. And so we're looking on building that, and we're really excited to have you. So I'll let you get back to it. Thanks for being on with us, and welcome to Chicago. And we're looking forward to having you on for a long time.
Well, Matt, it's very exciting as you cover all of the big Windy City. How many millions of people are in your listening area?
There's at least 3 million under the population, or under the signal coverage of 1530 here, WCKG, and we're the little guy. It's Chicago is this huge area, and we cover where the airport is and where the people are, and we're really excited to have you on talking to the regular folks, because I'll tell you what, if it isn't you, it's just the same old stuff. The same guys that are on the news TV shows doing the radio shows, and it's the same stuff over and over again. You're not going to hear about the order for bullets, from the National Weather Service. Surprisingly, Alex, that didn't get coverage here in Chicago.
Well, all I can say is without our AM and FM affiliates, we would not be reaching 1/10 of the people that we are now. And I don't like to gain off of somebody's failure. I happen to know the entire backstory on Michael Weiner, a.k.a. Michael Savage, and because I agree with him on a lot of issues and some other points, it just seems I've been falsely attacked and lied about so much that I've almost got a compulsion now to not attack people in media, especially in talk radio, just because it just looks like infighting or jealousy. The stuff I know about Savage is just off the charts wild. But from people directly inside Talk Radio Network, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but like 5 people that actually dealt with Savage every day. It actually makes him more interesting now knowing what a maniac he is. But we've actually had more than 30 stations call just since Savage left Talk Radio Network last week. And it looks like we're going to gain like 20, 30 more affiliates immediately. I know they're going to put a full-page ad in Talkers Magazine promoting the show. So, but I almost hate to gain by their loss. It just doesn't feel good that way. I like to get such high ratings that stations just replace other shows with mine. We've beaten Rush Limbaugh in many cities like Orlando. But no army can stop an idea whose time has come. And it's so important for listeners to support local AM and FM sponsors. Call the sponsors, thank them. If you are a business owner, sponsor the station, the show. Even if you don't totally agree with myself, the fact that we're getting people to think is bold and needs to be done. And old talk radio is kind of going the way of the dodo bird. It's time for the next generation, and I'm teleprompter free. I'm talking point free. This is real radio, and we've dominated the web. Now we're starting to dominate talk radio itself, and it's very, very exciting. But it's also very important if you're listening to us in Dallas, Texas, or you're listening to us in Rochester, New York, or Los Angeles, or Chicago, or if you're listening to us in Minneapolis, St. Paul, or all the great stations we've got, tell people at red lights about the show. Tell people about the stations. Tell people at church. Tell people to tune in, because if we can all just wake up one more person, we're that much closer to victory. I mean, I've got 15 million listeners one way or another a week. That's pretty much double what it was 2 years ago. We're growing exponentially. We can turn back the tide of the tyrants. So, Matt, very exciting, 1530 there in Chicago. Everybody spread the word, and God bless you, Matt.
You take care, Alex. God bless you, and thanks for doing what you're doing. It's great to have you on here, and keep up the good work.
You bet. Yeah, so many station managers are trying to get a hold of me, and I need to be able to talk to them all. I need to block out a few hours a week just to talk to these men and women, mainly men. But John Harmon up there at the network, who's in affiliate relations, give these general managers my cell phone number, and then at least they can text me or call me, and then I can just try to get a hold of them when I'm driving or something. That's about the only time I've got in the day is when I drive to work and drive back or do errands, and I can take care of business while I'm driving. Visit Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. When you're on the sites, you can also tune in 24 hours a day to my daily radio broadcast. There's also a free iPhone app to listen to the syndicated radio show when and where you want.